Hey guys, what is up? It is Nick from That Student Life Australia, and today we are going to be talking about my setup, what I use to study for exams, what I did for the HSC, and just take a little bit of a look around my room and see sort of how I function on a day-to-day basis. So hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go. Okay, so walking into the room, the first thing that is on the left is my bed, where obviously I sleep every night, and just a bunch of books that are on that shelf over there. Not too much to do with science, those books, or school. Those are more just fiction ones that are up there, but it's the only place I've really sort of got to put them all. So going through, we'll look at the cupboard first before we get to the desk, which is probably the main thing that we're all concerned with. So you'll notice that I've handles missing off the doors because my room is apparently falling apart. So basically, at a glance, this is inside of the cupboard, and basically it's just designed so that there's no stuffing around, there's no searching for anything. It's all pretty clear cut and organised. So all these folders across the top here, these are from the HSC and from my preliminary year, year 11. And these are just folders that are literally filled to the brim with schoolwork. So that's in case I'm helping anyone out. I need to know information for my course because there are a few things which the HSC stuff is still handy. It's always just at an arm's reach and a grab away, so it's not too far away, and all I have to do is just swivel over to my desk over there. Basically, the rest of these drawers are just filled with clothes, but this drawer here is just all sort of documents and stuff like receipts and whatnot that I probably shouldn't lose, passports. Basically just things that are important and I need to know sort of where they are most of the time. This drawer here is more uni work, so I've got my course notes for most subjects in here, so that's statistics, that's maths in there. I've got some clipboards and USBs and whatnot, just all tucked away in there. And just off to the left here is just some more folders that I couldn't really fit where I was well, up here, because you can see this is pretty full to the brim, and just some swimming stuff and whatnot, stuff that I use pretty regularly, just grab and can walk straight out the door with. The top is a little bit of a monstrosity, as you can see, but basically I'm pretty fresh out of room, and that is collateral. So we'll jump into this little section of the cupboard over here. So quite obviously this is just a bunch of clothes, and down the bottom is a bunch of shoes. Now I do run quite a bit, so if I can get this thing to focus, I do run quite a bit, so I've just got a shit ton of shoes really. And basically these are my running ones. They're right next to the light because it's pretty dark out in the morning. Oh, that's not going to turn off, is it? Track spikes, in case I'm feeling a track session, which these days I very rarely am. And then just at the foot of the bed is another bag, as opposed to this uni bag. Depending on what I'm doing throughout the day, will determine whether I take the small bag or the big bag. Okay, so having a little bit of a look at my desk, it is a few years in the making. It took a while to sort of figure out what was going to be the most efficient workplace for me. So what we'll do, we'll just start at this shelf on the top. So basically these are, right here are my four kind of folders for university work. So I've got stat, maths, chem, bio. I just remember what colours they were. And these are kind of more sciencey orientated books. Obviously, you know, The Wolf of Wall Street is not a science-orientated book, but just stuff that I can reach up and grab, or something that I'm reading at the moment. So there's a few extra books kind of tucked behind there because, again, I don't really have enough room. those are just a few trophies from school and obviously that one from running that I just pop on display there. And this is where I keep my wallet and my keys. I'm an absolute champion at losing things, so as soon as I walk in the door, or the last time I lost my keys, I made that. As soon as I walk in the door, my wallet and my keys go exactly there, so I know where they are most of the time. Okay, just down here a little bit, the lighting is probably not going to be great. Can we focus? So it's just like a rough weekly planner. It's not something I really follow to a T on a weekly basis. And that is my little impossible list of things to do. Basically just things that are going to be pretty hard to achieve in my life, like get a PhD, about 100,000 subs on YouTube, do an Ironman, a year of high distinctions, run a sub 16:30 parkrun. Like, it's, yeah, hard stuff. But you know, it just sort of keeps me motivated having it on the wall there. We've also got a bunch of equations for my chemistry test that just went that I had to remember, and just some motivational stuff when exams are really getting to you. I've got my textbooks and whatnot sitting to the left of the desk here. So basically, well, these are my maths books. I hand wrote most of the notes just to kind of help me synthesize the information a bit better. This is my chemistry and my biology textbook, and this is kind of where all my pens are in this cool beaker that Jazz got me, which I think is super dorky, but at the same time super cool. Headphones there, and just below, before we go to the right of the desk, is where most of my things are stored. So I use this during the HSC. Oh, come on, focus. Cool. I use this during the HSC. The subjects are a little bit out of order now, but I had like a tray for just spare papers and stuff. You know, if I was halfway through a past paper, I would then, you know, go and pop it in this drawer and pick up with it in the afternoon. But yeah, I really highly recommend everyone get a set of drawers like this, like $15 from Officeworks. Not too much money at all, and stapler, hole puncher, because all I do with maths assignments is put them in a folder up there. So yeah, those are just things that I'm always kind of constantly using. Now over here is kind of my computer and the monitor up there. Alright, so the computer is a 13-inch MacBook Pro, has a Core i5 processor in it. It is pretty much something that I use every single day of my life. So all my uni work and everything is on it. I do have it backed up on a hard drive, which is in one of those drawers. Yeah, that is pretty much what I use every single day. Wireless keyboard, wireless mouse, so I can hook it up to this monitor. Now I apologise, the video is about to go very yellow because of the autofocus on this camera, but that is a BenQ monitor which I have hooked up to this fantastic swivelly thing, which, surprise surprise, I got from Officeworks. And then another love of my room is the whiteboards. So one wasn't enough, so I went and grabbed this second one, and basically if I'm ever sitting at the desk doing a maths question, I get stuck, I need a bit more real estate to think about the problem, I'll move right across to, come on focus, I'll move right across to the whiteboard. It just really helps you sort of expand your thinking a little bit, and often helps me see whereabouts I am going wrong. But as a whole, I think that is most of my room. Alright guys, so I think that's going to be a wrap for this video. So just hoping that this video will kind of inspire you to go and set up your own desk in a way that's going to be most efficient. It's going to work the best for whatever you do throughout the day. And yeah, thanks for watching guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.